The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of Otsuka America Pharmaceutical Incorporated by KEF Media.
March is National Kidney Month, and to recognize the importance of kidney health, I talked with Olympic gold medalist and retired pro swimmer Missy Franklin about how the kidney disease ADPKD has affected her own family. Good morning, Missy. How are you doing today?
I am so great. Thank you so much for having me this morning.
Well, we're very happy to have you because this is a very important topic, with it being National Kidney Month. And this is something that really is important to you and your family. So let's talk about ADPKD and what it is, and again, how it's affected your family's life.
Yes, so it can be a bit of a mouthful, so we shorten it to ADPKD, but it's autosomal dominant polycystic kidney disease, and it's a rare genetic condition that causes cysts to form on the kidneys that eventually leads to a decline in kidney function and requires a need for dialysis or a transplant. So ADPKD runs in my father's family, so in addition to my dad, some of his siblings and my grandparents were all diagnosed with ADPKD, and I remember those early conversations with my parents that my dad lived with a genetic kidney disease, but I don't think at the time I fully understood what that meant. So when my dad's health really started to decline in around 2019 due to his ADPKD, it was definitely a hard time for my family and myself.
Yeah, wow, this is amazing, because we hear about diabetes going through, families and stuff, and something like this we really don't hear about, and that's why you're bringing this to the forefront. So let's talk quickly about your dad. Is he still dealing with it, and how's he doing?
Yes, well, thank you so much for asking. So we were so fortunate in that he was on the organ donor list, but those can take years. And so we started our own search for a living kidney donor. And in August of 2022, my dad successfully underwent transplant surgery. And it was the day of the surgery, this is the best part of the story, that we learned that the living donor was another Olympic gold medalist in swimming. Her name is Chrissy Perham, and we had no idea who she was beforehand. She didn't know us. She was just a perfect match for my dad, and out of the goodness of her heart, donated one of her kidneys to him. And both my father and Chrissy are doing fantastic, and Chrissy is now a part of our family.
Wow, that is so amazing, having two gold medalists layered together in the family in a special way, which is so great. That's crazy. Let's talk about why this is so important for families to get checked out, to talk about this, and see if they do carry this disease.
Yes, absolutely. So throughout our family's journey with this, I just began to truly understand the importance of disease education for those affected by ADPKD or another kidney or genetic disease. So our major encouragement is just to have the conversation about family health history with your family to see if there are any diseases like ADPKD that could potentially be there. And then you're able to be proactive and speak and work with your doctor and healthcare providers about different ways that you can identify those diseases. And we know those conversations can be hard to have, but they are so important because we know that early detection can make a big, big difference.
Yeah, very important for people to do. Okay, let's switch gears really quick here and talk a little about you. I know you retired from swimming, and this is one of, again, your big missions here. What else are you up to?
Yes, oh my gosh, so much. So on top of working with Otsuka America Pharmaceutical Inc. to bring awareness to a topic as important as this, I am a mom to a 2.5-year-old. So she's essentially my full-time job, but I'm also a public speaker, motivational speaker. So I still do a lot of appearances and engagements, which I love. I work with several nonprofits, including the USA Swimming Foundation and the Laureate Sport for Good. And I just started a podcast called Unfiltered Waters with my fellow Olympic teammate, Katie Hoff. And we're including conversations and having guests that are Olympians and Paralympians that are sharing their stories and their journeys with us.
Oh man, that is so great. Now, do you ever get out here to Arizona, since, we have some guy, I think he's got a couple of medals. I think his name's Michael. I think something like that. I don't know if you know that swimmer guy. I
Kind
think.
of familiar.
Yeah.
We're actually dying to. It's been amazing. Of course, we've kept up with everything that Coach Bob Bowman is doing over there at ASU and the amazing athletes that are there training right now. And we've had several of them on the podcast, which is so fun. But I think we're going to have to make a journey out there in person to visit your beautiful state and to get all of the amazing athletes you have out there on our show.
I love it. Well, we'd love to have you on here, not just talking about, of course, swimming, but talking about this great journey you and your family has been sharing with people to get checked out, especially for this type of kidney disease. So, Missy, we thank you for joining us this morning.
Absolutely. And for anyone listening, you can go to adpkdquestions.com to learn more. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Missy.
Absolutely. Thanks so much.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of Otsuka America Pharmaceutical Incorporated by KEF Media.